Hello, everybody, and welcome to Galactic Tabletop. I'm Alex, and today I have Cullen joining me as we build a warrior class. This is part 2 of our Building a Character podcast. Thank you for joining us. All right, so now we are going to build your character.
All right.
So, do you have a character name yet?
No, I mean, I was thinking about it. What kind of names do people have? Because your characters are human, right?
Everyone's human, and
Yeah.
they all, technically, everyone comes from Earth. So if you want to play a certain ethnicity, you can kind of play into that. If you want to play from a certain region, play into that. You can kind of just pick names from Earth now.
Okay.
Like I play a guy named Lance.
That is a good name actually for this.
Thank you.
Okay.
I know I put you on the
Okay.
spot here.
I know, but I've been thinking about it. I'm like, what?
Well, here, how about we jump from character into what you want to play as a warrior, and that might help out with kind of put in a name so much on the names. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So
All
my
right.
vision, when I was thinking, okay, I have to make a sci-fi character, because I've thought about, before I even knew we were doing this, like, what would I make a sci-fi character? And I think, if I'm a human, it's like was sold into like this cult/company that's
Nice.
all about like granting wishes, like this kind of like is like selling like, oh, we'll make your dreams come true. So I work for them, and I'm basically like
Warlock.
where it's like I was raised to be kind of like I'm not noble, but I was raised to kind of like be good at fighting, to like be a companion and also be a companion. So like intellectually, like know poetry and all that kind of stuff, like be stimulating, but and also be like attractive and a warrior. So it's like this kind
Harold.
of like everything like all rolled into one. And but my whole life is focused on making other, like, I've had a boss, and like my whole life is like pleasing him.
I feel like
And
your name
like
needs to be Harold.
Harold, I
Yeah.
don't think that's Harold. But what about Hark? Because Harold makes me think of Hark, the Harold Angel sings.
Yes. Well, Hark isn't that old language for listen?
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah,
Hark
sure.
Harold,
Hark.
that's my name.
Hark
Yeah,
Harold. There you
yeah.
go.
And
Love it.
so and like the thing that like sets me off on the adventure is like my boss is killed, and some upheaval, and now like I've spent my whole life working for this company and this boss, and I've like been owned by him, and like I've only been about making him happy, and then suddenly it's like, oh, I have my own life, like what do I do?
Yeah, kind of dark, kind of has a silver lining though. You got your own life back.
Yeah,
All
it's like
right.
in like, but the character almost doesn't know what to do with it, like because they've been trained to like only think about others.
All right. So you're
So I
kind
think
of
that'd be
looking for
fun to role play.
like a dexterous charisma character, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. And since I am the Galaxy Master, I will let you pick where you want to place them. So
Okay.
we're going to start rolling out your stats now that we got a name and kind of an idea of what you want to play. So,
Okay.
what is your first roll?
Okay. All right. Do you get that crunchy ASMR of the dice?
I do get that. I do. I got it right. Nice.
All right. I got 5.
Five. Five. All right. That'll
All right.
probably be
I
your
guess,
replacement.
should I'll write them all down and then assign them.
Yeah. I'm
All
writing them
right.
down too. Don't worry.
12,
That's a good one.
8,
All right. Come on, big one.
15,
Oh, yeah. Big guy.
12,
Nice. Last one.
13.
13. All right. We got 5, 12, 8, 15, 12, and 13. We probably
And I'd
want to
replace the 5 with the 14,
you got
right?
it. Yep, you got it. I mean, you could replace anyone. You could replace the 15 with the 14 if you really wanted, but
Yeah, not
when it makes sense.
that makes sense. All right. So I feel like um
Now, remember, 14 and 15 give you a +1, and 13 below give you a +0. So,
I feel like dexterity and charisma would be my strongest.
yeah, definitely if you're kind of going for more of a poet warrior.
Yeah, I think I'd do charisma at 15 and dex at 14.
All right, yeah, makes sense.
And so
And
then those
then,
get a +1.
mhm,
And then I feel like constitution should be that's my that for my HP.
yeah, but you're not gonna get plus anything for any of them. But yeah,
So I have a good middle ground for constitution, and then by the 12s, I guess I do strength and intelligence.
makes sense to me.
And
And that
then
8 is going wisdom.
wisdom, because I'm not very like people smart. I'm like book smart, but I've just kind of been trained to just do what like one person tells me.
Hmm.
So I'm like naive in that way, I guess.
Makes a lot of sense to me. All right, now that we've done over your stats, let's pick your background. Now, you said you wanted to play like a kind of
I was
a
thinking,
warrior poet.
isn't that kind of like courtesan?
Yeah, courtesan might work. Also, dilettante might also be good because you got your connect, no talk. But if you're looking more for perform, courtesan does work.
Okay, let me look at the two together.
I hope I said that
Courtesan.
right. Dilettante.
I think it's
That's
dilettante. Dilettante.
dilettante.
Hero and had never had a. Okay, let's see. So my free skill is. I think it'd be courtesan because I think I'm a little uh performative, but I think he would definitely still also have connect.
Oh, and let's not forget entertainer, of course. But yeah, we can stick with courtesan.
Yeah. Okay,
I
so
mean,
my
practically
free
the same thing.
yeah my free skill is perform,
So you get a
right?
0 in perform. So yep. So go ahead and put a 0 in perform.
Okay.
And now you can either roll out 3 dice of your
Hmm.
choosing, or you can pick 2 from the learning table.
3 dice,
All
and
right.
what does that mean?
So you get to roll either 3d6, 3d8, or
uh
a mix in between. But you do have to declare what you're rolling each and every time that you're about to roll. You don't have to declare them all at once. Just
and
you
I'm
can't
get
roll. Yeah.
and I'm attaching them to a certain skill.
Yes, kind of. I think yeah.
Okay, so I have 3d6,
All right.
right? And then I
Oh
just
wow, you're
roll that.
rolling all 3d6, or are you rolling none?
I don't know. Wait, this is where I'm the most confused, I think.
All right. Do
So
you have the page up in front of you?
yeah.
All right. So if you got the page and you look at over at courtesan, there's D6 and it says growth, and a D8 and it
Uh-huh.
says learning. So
Uh-huh.
you can roll from either one of these tables, but what you roll on that D6 is the skill or ability you modifier you get.
Oh, I see. So I would roll 1d6 and I'd get the result, and then I roll another d6, get the result. Or I
Yeah.
could roll a d8.
Yeah.
Can I mix and match?
D8s, yeah, D8s are going to give you your skills, and growth
Uh,
are going to increase your ability modifiers.
okay. What?
So let's say you really wanted that constitution to go up one, and you rolled a D6, you'd be hoping for either a 4 or a 1. Because if you rolled a
Uh-huh.
1, you get a plus to 1 to any stat. Or if you rolled a 4, you get plus 2 to physical, which would be constitution.
See, I feel like I want to do d8 because the skills are more
Much
important than
more
your
important.
attributes, right?
Yes. Yeah, they do have quite the bit of importance. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna roll. I got a 6, so that means I would add from the table survive.
Exactly. You get it.
Okay, and then so I roll it 3 times, right?
Yeah.
2, I have connect. Okay, good. I wanted that one. And then 4, notice.
Excellent. So you have 4 skills now. You
Okay.
should have perform, connect, notice, and survive.
Yes.
Excellent. Now that we have that taken care of, it is time for us to pick your class, which I know we're going over warrior.
Yeah.
So I will read the warrior passage. Whether a hive world thug, barbarian, lost worlder, Granier combat humanoid, or a natural born killer wasting their potential in a desk job, your hero has a real talent for inflicting mayhem. Combat in Stars Without Number is extremely dangerous, but your hero has the talents to survive situations that would kill lesser martial adventurers. A gift, a gifted purveyor of violence, you get to pick an extra combat related focus associated with your special brand of havoc. Having a character of any, I'm sorry, well, a character of any class can take these special combat talents. You get this additional pick and a better natural hit bonus than heroes of other classes.
Okay.
Most importantly, however, warriors have an uncanny gift of making a shot when a hit is desperately needed or dodging a bullet when their life is on the line. Once per scene, a scene is about 15 minutes or
Hmm.
a single combat session or just about 15 minutes of role play.
Yeah.
A warrior can either automatically negate a successful combat hit they just received, taking no damage from it, or they can turn one of their missed attack rolls into an automatic hit. This versatily makes warriors exceptionally dangerous enemies in one-on-one fights and specifically more likely to survive the glory of chaos.
Okay.
All right. So, as a warrior, you get to pick a free combat related focus.
Okay. So the focuses are on
Page 20,
20. Okay. So focus. All right.
like
Combat
armsman,
related.
assassin, close combat, die hard, gunslinger.
Does that mean I can walk on glass and bare feet? Die hard.
You can always choose to do that.
I just want to be as tough as Bruce Willis. Yippee
You
ki
do
I'm
get
not
it
gonna
because you gain
finish.
an extra 2 maximum hit points per level. So,
Die hard. Gunslinger, hacker, savage fray. Okay.
sniper is also
Darkness,
fun if you're going for
stronghold.
more of an assassin type.
Um, I feel like I get to pick 2 of these.
You get to pick one for picking your class, and then at level 1, you'll get to pick a foci, which you can, of course, pick the same one twice if you want, because you'll see that each focus has a level. And the
Hmm.
first time you pick it, you get level 1, and the second time you pick it is level 2. And you get additional focuses as you level up.
I think I'm gonna do close combatant because I'm like
Excellent
such a.
choice.
I was like so close to this person, like I was like defending them from close threats.
Bodyguarding. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
like casinos and stuff.
Yeah, are you awesome? Are you going to be putting both focuses into that or just one?
I think I'm gonna do one. So I
All
write
right.
that down in close under Foki, right?
Yep. Foci.
Close combatant. All right. And then I put level 1 under the level thing.
Yes.
And that means gain any combat skill as a bonus skill. Further proximity with melee attack. Okay, you can use pistol size ranged weapons in melee without suffering penalties for their proximity. I ignore shock damage from melee assailants. All right, this is cool. All right.
Yeah. So you get, to put that skill anywhere you want in any combat skill.
Okay, so that would be like if it's work combat skills. Like shoot.
Shoot, stab, punch.
Ooh. I feel like it's probably punch.
You're gonna go fisticuffs. Gotcha.
Yeah,
All right.
like almost like a martial arts kind of thing. Ignore shock. All right. Writing my mini notes. All right. So that is my Foki.
Oh yes, and for
Okay.
anyone who doesn't know, shock damage is the damage that if a melee person attacks you and they miss, they
Mm-hmm.
still get to do their shock damage to you. So if I
Oh.
swing a, let's say I swing a two-handed sword, at Cullen's character, uh, if his AC is less than 15 and I still miss, I get to do shock damage to him.
Mm.
And that is dependent on each weapon and my own strength modifier. Now, with the focus he just picked, he ignores that shock damage I would have been doing to him. So if
That's cool.
it was 3 points of shock damage, which is pretty common for shock damage, he would have been taking three. And when your character has 1d6 plus 0 HP, three is a lot.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, you just get to ignore that, which is absolutely fantastic. Especially since shock damage is so potent, it does make melee weapons a viable option when it comes to playing this game. Laser pistols are cool, but let me tell you, you get hit with a sword, you're still getting hit even if you dodge it.
All right. So that's my first. Now, do I also pick one because I'm level one that's not combat related? Or
It's
could
level one,
be?
and it can be combat related or it can be any related.
I'm looking through. Sorry. I'm thinking I'm gonna pick diplomat.
Nice
Um,
choice.
because
Henchkeeper's also a lot of fun. A little complicated, but a lot of fun.
yeah, I think it's like I'm not quite good at getting people to do things for me, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
good at. I'm used to talking to people. Gain talk is a bonus skill. Um, it can learn new ones to work level in a week. Right to negotiation or diplomacy. So reroll ones. I would get talk, which is one I wanted as well. Okay, cool.
Excellent. Yeah. So you just picked your two focuses. So now
Mm-hmm.
let's go back to warrior and see what else you get.
Okay.
Warriors are lucky in combat. Once per scene, they get the instability to choose to negate an attack. So you can attack and make it hit or make attack miss, which is really nice. However,
Okay.
it's only for you. So if
Yeah.
someone shoots your teammate and kills them, you can't use your ability on that.
Okay. And where would I write this down?
Um, you can kind of just I mean, there's
It,
notes on the back of the page.
okay. I could put it under class too, I guess.
There you go.
All right. What other stuff do I get for being a warrior?
You get the awesome ability of having 2 extra maximum HP points per character level. So let's go
Okay.
ahead and roll out your HP right now. Go ahead and roll a
All right.
d6.
All right. 5.
Nice roll on that one. And you get to add 2 to it for your class ability.
So my hit points is 7.
That would be correct.
I don't add any constitution.
Well, you
Oh,
don't
my
have a plus to
constitution.
your constitution.
Yeah. LOL. All right, so 7. Wow, my max hit points are 7.
Yeah, and that is actually really good.
Okay. Uh, wisdom. I just realized I didn't write down the modifier. Is that because it's
Wisdom is an 8, so that's going to be a 0.
a zero? Oh, a 0 as well.
Yes.
It's not negative.
Yep, 7 to 5 is negative. I mean 7 to 4 is
Okay.
negative. And
Okay.
then negative and then 3 is negative 2.
Mm-hmm.
And you get one additional perk. Your attack bonus is equal to your character level. So instead of getting that rounded down on your character level, you get a level 1. You get a +1 to it.
Okay, so how do I factor in my attack bonus? So it's one plus dex.
We will pick out your attack bonus based on the weapon you choose.
Oh, so I should put under attack bonus under base. That's just plus one for now.
Yes,
Because then I would add it based on if I'm doing something melee or ranged or.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And
All
since you're going to
right.
be using your fist, it's even a little different from that.
Yeah.
All right. Now we get to pick out your equipment package.
All right. Which page is that in the butt manual?
25.
All right. Oh, I have to remember yeah. Okay. Let me look. I got soldier, blade, thief, hacker, technician, civilian, medic, scout. Okay. I don't want to buy a bunch of stuff, so that's why I don't want to pick civilian. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna based on just I'm wondering if gunslinger makes sense. Well, I'm good at close combat, so maybe I should go with thief because then I have a pistol and a knife.
Yeah. I mean, but do you have a shoot or a stab skill?
I have. Oh my gosh. No, wait. I have close combat
Mm-hmm. And you
and
pick punch.
diplomat. So I punch. Okay. So I shouldn't do that then. I
Well,
should.
1 second. I do think you get a free skill just for being make after you're done making a character. 1 second. Let me look that up.
Yeah.
Yes. So we did skip one part, and that
Okay.
is you get to pick one free non-psychic skill.
So I should go with shoot or stab, basically, if I want
I
to be
would
able to do
recommend
it in
it. Yeah.
combat.
I mean, punching's cool,
Yeah,
but your
but
weapons are going to do a lot more damage than your fists. Unfortunately, there's not really a monk feature.
yeah. Um, I
However, a lot
yeah,
of your thrown weapons require punch. So if you use a grenade, that's punch.
punch.
Um, mhm.
I might do gunslinger then, because I feel like thief comes with a lot of things that this guy wouldn't have. Hark would not have low light goggles. I think gunslinger is like very basic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like has the stuff that he would have. So I would get. I guess I'll put under my weapons laser pistol, and that's a 1d6 damage.
Yes.
Where does that go in my sheet?
Bottom left page. Bottom left.
Bottom left. But like, so it says name, mods. I get a little circle. There's a bullet logo. There's this +1 and then total attack bonus.
Yeah. So the bullet logo is going to be your ammo and magazines. So a laser
Okay.
pistol gets batteries. So
Uh
you
huh.
how many batteries you start off with would
It
be
says
on the
8 type A cells, right?
yes. So those cells would be your bottom of that dash, and then the top
Mm-hmm.
would be you get 10 shot. I believe you get 10 shots. Here, I'll look it up real quick.
I'm gonna add that I have a backpack.
Yes, you get 10 shots with each round. So you would have 8 magazines and then 10 rounds, and it's an action to reload your gun. So you get 10 shots before you need to reload.
Okay, and I can do that 8 times.
Yeah, before
Okay.
you have to buy more cells, which you have to do at a tech level 4 planet or a place that has tech level 4 equipment for sale. I
Okay.
like to in my worlds, I do a lot of like mixing of tech levels.
Yeah.
I just find it really fun. I find it kind of more like Star Warsy. You know how like
Yeah.
you would
Ewoks
have
versus the Empire, kind of.
exactly. So there'd
Yeah.
just be a lot of there's a lot of mixing of tech. So like you might not have access to a robot that can clean your house for you, but guess what? You can buy our laser rifles and pistols.
True, true. My favorite new Star Wars thing is I love the Alien 9M. I don't know if you do you know Nine.
I'm
He's
not
the one
too
with like
familiar.
a blubbery face. He's in the original
Oh
trilogy,
yeah,
but he's
yeah.
in the Rise of the Resistance ride at Disneyland, or like a version of him is. And I was there with my friends and coworkers, and like we're on the ride, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's Ninem!" But like everyone else got really quiet, so it was just me being excited about this obscure alien, and I was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna be quiet." Yeah. Okay, so I got my laser pistol. I have an armored undersuit, which I'm guessing I have regular clothes, and it's like I'm wearing bulletproof compression under it.
Yeah, so
Um,
there's like there's armor that is more acceptable than other armor. So you have
yeah,
what, an armored undersuit? So
yeah,
that's considered street armor. In street armor, you can kind of just walk around in without any trouble. It's when you get
yeah.
into combat and power armor that people get kind of like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Okay, and that's AC 13.
Yes, plus dex.
Oh, so
In this game, you
plus.
get to add dex to every type of armor.
All right, so I have a 14 armor class.
Yes.
That's good.
So even if you're in power armor, which is like basically your plate armor, I mean, if you were in
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons, you get to add your dex. It's real nice.
Okay, and then I have a monoblade knife,
Mm-hmm.
and that's 1d6 damage.
Yes,
They're
because
both
that is
1d6.
considered a um medium advanced weapon, or no, that's a small advanced weapon.
And so
And go ahead.
what are my attack bonuses for the two weapons?
Yes. So your attack bonus for a small advanced weapon, you do not have stab, correct?
Mm-hmm. I do
So
not.
you might not want to be using that knife. Um,
Okay, because it's like a negative.
yeah, that's a -2 plus your one, which would be a -1 to the roll, plus your dex, which would make it to 0. So
All
that's
right.
pretty expensive for your character. However, you're pretty good at punching things. So let's just start off with your unarmored attack. Your
Okay.
unarmed attack is gonna be kind of your kicks and punches.
Mm-hmm.
And you can even get things like spiked knuckles and kinesis wraps, which I've never seen kinesis wraps, so I don't know where you would even get those. Um, but anyways, like you can use spiked knuckles to which
Mm-hmm.
augment your punch skill, but your punch skill damage, you get to add your punch modifier to it, which is really nice. So you have a one punch, right, or a zero punch.
0.
So it's 0 plus your dex, which is 1.
Mm-hmm.
So you you do 1 damage with your punch.
Okay. 1 damage.
Hey, and that's enough to knock the crap out of a lot of civilians.
Yeah, I mean, you only have hit 7. I have 7 hit points, and that's good.
And that's
So,
a lot. No, like that is really good at level 1.
so okay.
If
All
you think
right.
about it, your average person has 2 or 3 HP.
Mm-hmm.
Because NPCs in this game, well, they can kill you. They are often level 1, so they're gonna be pretty weak.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you get one damage with your punch. Once that gets up a little better, uh,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be doing more damage with it.
Okay.
Then we'll move on to your pistol, right?
Yeah.
So your pistol is a D6. Now here's the
Mm-hmm.
really cool thing about laser weapons. Laser weapons have no kick, and they don't the bullets don't drop. So you get a +1 to your ability to hit, not to damage, but your ability to hit.
Mm-hmm.
However, if it's misty out or dusty, like you're in a dust
Yeah.
storm or whatever, you actually get a -1 to hit, I believe.
Okay. And then, so my attack bonus to hit
Yeah,
would
is
be.
your attack bonus 1 plus
Mm-hmm.
your shoot skill,
Mm-hmm.
which is a 0,
Yeah.
plus your dex,
So 2.
plus the lasers plus one ability. So 3.
So 1, which is
Your
because
attack
it's a
bonus.
laser, my attack
Yep.
bonus.
1 because it's
Oh,
a laser and 1 because it's dex.
okay. Wow. Okay. Plus
Yeah.
3.
And plus 3 is good to hit. I mean,
Yeah.
like your average person doesn't have an AC higher than 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Unless your Galaxy Master is really mean.
All right.
Um that being said, your damage is 1d6 plus your dex modifier.
Damage is 1d6 plus dex.
Exactly.
Okay.
Perfect. You got your weapons done.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's move on to your saving throws.
All right. I
And
have a backpack, and that comes with a compad. Is that like a phone?
yeah,
And 100 credits.
perfect.
Okay.
So now let's go ahead and do your saving throws because this is very important.
Mm-hmm.
You have physical, evasion, and mental saving throws. And
Okay.
these saving throws, unlike Dungeons and Dragons, are not set by the enemy, they're set by you.
Okay.
What that means is every DC starts at 16
Mm-hmm.
and it's lowered by your level and your highest skill in or your highest attribute in that area. So
Okay.
let's talk about physical. Physical is going to start at 16 minus 1 for because you're level 1,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you have 0 for strength and dex, correct?
I have a +1 for dex.
I'm
Oh, but
sorry,
strength
0
and
strength and
constitution, both
constitution,
0.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that DC is 15.
Okay. That's good.
Well, you have to roll a 15 on your die to make it.
Oh, I see. Now I'm getting it. Okay.
So yeah, if like you have to make a physical save, your DC is 15 no matter what the physical save was done.
Oh,
So if
yikes.
something drops on you, 15
Yeah.
save. And
Then
for this, saving throws are very rare in this game.
okay.
Like this is if someone throws a grenade at you, I mean someone threw a grenade at you, it should be hard, right?
Yeah.
Then there's evasion, which is your level. So 16 minus your level, which is 15, minus your
15.
dex is 14. So your
Mm-hmm.
save on that is 14.
Okay. And then mental is 15 as
Is
well.
it would be a 14 because you get to do your
Oh,
charisma.
charisma. Oh, yeah.
Yes. So we now have your saving throws, your attributes, your health, your skills, your background, your class, name. We have your weapons done, correct?
Yes.
And we have your armor.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have all your readied items down?
I only have a few items, so I just put all my pistol, my monoblade, and which I'm not even going to use, but and my compad because that's
Excellent.
all I have. Yeah.
All right. So that is your character is now set. Mr. Hark Harold, I believe.
Yeah.
Your amazing
I don't know if I
warrior
like the
poet.
last name Harold.
Well, that's my fault. I did pick it out, kind of.
uh,
Hark Harold, maybe? Not Harold,
I'm
but
gonna
Harold.
say Glimmer because I don't
Hark.
think that's his real Heart Glimmer. I don't like. I don't think that was his born last name. I think that was given to him. Yeah.
There you go. Now you have a little arc to discover who you really are and who your
Yeah.
parents were.
Exactly.
And that is a lot of fun if you ever get to play them.
I really
So,
want to now. Yeah.
because this game is amazing. And guess what, everyone? You can play this game for free. You do not have to buy the book on drivethrurpg.com. You can download the player book and character sheets all for free. You don't have to pay anything. There's a PDF file that you get to download with all the awesome pictures and you can sort through. The only person who really needs the book is the Galaxy Master. Not
Mm-hmm.
even joking. It's amazing. You can play this game for free. I had to do a
All
plug
right.
for them. They're amazing. I love Drive Through RPG.
Drive RPG is great. think I got Skion through them and Inomine. Yeah,
You got what?
the game Skion through
I thought
them,
you said
which
you
is
got
like
scammed by them. I'm like, you just said they
yeah,
were great and you got scammed.
no Skion. It's like a you play as like a demigod, um, and then but I've never actually played that game. And the same with I think I got one of the Inomine manuals, which is one where you're like angels and demons.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is going to go ahead and cover up how to make your character and the warrior deep dive. Colin, you got any comments or questions?
No, I guess I really want to play this character now. This was cool.
It is very cool. Well, thank you for joining us as we explore the depths of Stars Without Numbers. Please go ahead and subscribe and give us a like. It goes a long way to supporting this channel and spreading this amazing hobby of tabletop RPG. Until next time, I'm Alex.
And I'm Cullen, and you can find me. Uh, I have a podcast, Not My Fantasy. We talk about fantasy films. We're in the middle of Time Travel Month, and we talk about the lore that inspired them. So I think when this comes out, our most recent episode will be 1985's Back to the Future. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts, and on Instagram and TikTok at Not My Fantasy Pod.
That's right, Not My Fantasy Pod. Well, this has been Galactic Tabletop, and it's been awesome having you, Colin. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.